What's something that drove you crazy when you first moved in together?
Oh, man. God, this is going to get me in so much trouble. God. I think the first one was I saw that the toilet paper was put in, but it was not over; it was under, and that was like the first. That was the first one. Recurring one is just the how the dishwasher's like loaded. I'm not an OCD guy, but for whatever reason. That one bothers me a lot, and I don't know why. I don't even care. But
because you want the dishes to be clean, and if you don't put them in the right way, they don't get cleaned properly.
Yeah, you're cleaning the back of the plate.
So
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, I'm MJ.
And I'm Bree.
Welcome to Keeping It Casual,
A sex-positive dating and relationship advice podcast.
Yes, I'm married with 2 kids.
And I'm navigating this crazy dating world.
We're just here to share our drama.
And the wild stories of our listeners.
Your Vegas girls are here for you.
Let's do it. Hello and good evening.
Good evening. We are poolside at the Keeping It Casual studios, and we are so excited today because we have an incredible guest. We have been so thrilled to bring him on. But before we kick off our guest episode, shout out to our partners, Like a Kitten,
who are gifting you one of their special Zodiac birthday boxes just for rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts. So if you haven't done it yet, please do so you can be entered into next month's giveaway.
That's right. They still have their fall box, which is called the Back to Basics. You know how they do their seasonal subscription boxes filled with all the essential products and one motorized toy.
It goes buzz in the night.
Oh, yeah. They have tons of one-off vibrators. They have central products all over. Check out the website, likeakitten.com, and use our code KEEPERS20 at checkout for 20% off.
And we'll tell you a little bit more about that later.
All right, guys. We are ready for the man, the myth, the legend. One of Las Vegas' shining stars. He's a TV host for ABC's Morning Blend, an afternoon radio personality on Mix 94.1.
And recently can also be heard in his hometown of Boston on Magic 106.7.
Yes, he does it all while juggling family life as hubby and father of 2. Please welcome our very dear friend, SHAWN Tempesta!
Wow. I've never felt so welcome. It's a lot. This is a lot for me. I'm not used to talking to other humans. It's been the past 7 months. I've been stuck in the house, so this is a lot. This emotionally, I'm just taking it in slowly.
Well, you're used to doing all the interviews too, so you just sit back and look pretty, sir.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I entered the house for the pandemic at 207. I went down to 194, and now I'm up to 221. So it's been pretty is not something I've been looking lately, but that's okay.
Everybody's doing a little quarantine weight. We're crushing goals, and then we're back to just dealing with life, and then we're back to crushing goals. So next week we'll all go back to crushing.
Yeah, I definitely gained the quarantine 15, but I've been working out every day in quarantine, so it made me realize how much I've been drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gained the COVID-19. I'm 4 more than you.
Well,
it's a bad joke. I apologize.
No, it's fine. I'll let you win at this
terrible.
one.
All right.
You can have it. We're both in sweats, so if that makes you feel any better.
And you know what's funny? Funny, Sean, is you and I were both crushing it at the beginning of the year.
Oh God, we were looking so good. I was feeling great. I was like, man, I'm on a rocket train. I am going to go sub 200. I was feeling fantastic. And then this thing happened. I'm like, oh no. And I bought a freezer and I filled it with probably some of the most inappropriate foods no one should ever eat. But I'm like, I'm ready for the apocalypse. As long as the power doesn't die, I'll be eating. And then, everything got restocked, and now I have a freezer full of stuff I need to eat.
You got some toaster strudels in there?
How about some?
No strudels, but I do have Texas toast.
Do you have frozen taquitos?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm coming over.
Yeah.
There were a lot of things were sold out everywhere, and I was at a Walgreens, and I saw Walgreens had frozen taquitos. I'm like, I'll take 3, thank you.
Frozen taquitos are my depression food. If I'm super depressed, that's what I make is frozen taquitos.
Mine are Nutty Buddies.
Ooh, good one.
God, yeah.
I was unemployed for 6 months back in 2010, and all I did was lay on my bed with wrappers on my chest, just pounding Nutty Buddies. I got really excited. I found a bulk box of them. I'm like, yes, I need you, and that was my medication for 6 months.
It's dangerous, especially when you get real comfortable with your favorite snack. You're like, I'm just going to keep buying these for a few weeks, and then 1 week you I'm not going down this aisle again. I'm not getting the Pop-Tarts.
Seeing as how all of us 7 months ago went home for 7 days, I think only gaining 19 pounds, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So far. We'll see.
Hell yeah. So we were recently featured on your live and interactive online show. It's called Free for All. Can you tell everyone a bit about it and how they can tune in?
Okay, so Free For All, essentially being an on-air radio DJ, not in the morning, you're pretty much allowed to do a 7-second break into Adele. And it's like,
Holla!
oh, hey, it's Mix. Here's Adele. And that's pretty much all you're allowed to do. And I know I'm capable of doing more. So I bought all this camera equipment. I started doing it in the studio called Free For All. We did it at 4 p.m. And then some guy ate a bat in China. So now we do it at 7 p.m. And it's called Free For All After Dark. And we just get a lot of people involved. And, we're having people viewing not just from Vegas, but around the country. And it's been getting a lot of good attention within the industry. And it's just kind of just a talk show. And it's a little irreverent. And we play games for real money. We don't play for American dollars. Play for Vietnamese dong. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's good.
I learned what the dong is. Now, how do people actually watch the show if they want to watch it and listen?
It's on the internet. Yes, Free For All, free the number 4 all.show is a good place to start. So freeforall.show, and we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we'll be rather Twitch. We'll be on YouTube pretty soon.
And you started an Instagram for it finally.
Yes, and a Facebook and a Twitter. Yeah, I'm trying to get it out there and
you need a
just kinda
social
maximize.
media manager.
God in heaven, yeah.
So do we. It's okay.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
We just started our Twitter and just pushed us over the edge.
Twitter's a cesspool. It will push anyone over.
See, that's how I feel about Facebook. I'm like, I don't want to run our Facebook group anymore.
Facebook used to be a safe space, but it is totally a disaster now. You know what I miss? I miss Tom and MySpace.
MySpace.
So
bring back just our favorite song.
Okay,
Yeah,
what was your MySpace song on your profile?
Last
Oh,
song you
God.
remember?
No, I don't think I did songs. I literally think I did. I had like air checks and like podcasts I did.
That's pretty smart.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good
people
for you.
People would pay me to hack their MySpaces. So like,
Oh,
I would
give 'em
make
the
their
cool
MySpace
backgrounds?
all pretty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was my little side hustle.
That's so
That's
funny.
funny. I was actually talking to a friend the other day about how I would sit there in HTML code for my MySpace page for like hours, and how if you sat me down and tried to get me to do the coding that I used to do, there's no way I would remember what I was doing 15 years ago on MySpace.
We're raising a ton of kids that don't know how to do CSS. It's ridiculous. Could have learned. They could have had their own backgrounds and everything. Now what do? It's Facebook. They're not even on Facebook. They're on Instagram.
They do TikTok.
Yeah, they do
TikTok.
They dance on the
Instagram's almost too old for them.
Oh,
It
God.
really is. It's really awful. Yeah.
I don't have the time for TikTok. I look at them doing I'm like, yeah, it looks fun, but who has the fucking time to do TikTok?
It's actually I've made like
Jesus Christ.
I've made 3 TikTok videos and they're really long to make, and I'm
Yeah,
over it real quick.
I don't have time. I really don't have the time. I want and you know what? Even if I got good at it, all people are going to look at me as is like, wow, you're a 36-year-old guy that's good at TikTok. That's weird. And so, like, why even put the effort towards something that's going to make me look like a creep? So I want nothing to do with it.
I hear you. We got plenty of other things to do.
Yeah. So we want to get into a little bit of work question and answer before we get into our getting to know you game.
Okay.
So
Be gentle.
Well, first off, we want some of that good Sean intro action. Your TV intro and one for radio. Bring it in.
My intro?
Yes.
Yes.
Like how I start the show?
How
Yes.
you introduce yourself. Come
Introduce
on.
yourself to our audience.
Bring that
Okay,
buttery voice on in.
Hi, I'm SHAWN TEMPESTA. You might know me from The Morning Blend on Channel 13. You might hear me on Mix 94.1. You might see me do a fake television show on Facebook. You might hear me in Boston. And occasionally see me pick my nose on Blue Diamond Road.
Damn, that was good.
There he is, the Sean Tempesta. Oh, I love it.
So what would you say is the biggest difference between like radio and TV, other than the obvious of like, I'm on camera on this one, I'm not on camera on this one?
Yeah.
Well, it has to do with the camera, but it's a little disconnected from like, you can see me here. But like when people see you, they judge you differently. Mm-hmm. So when I'm got a shiny forehead on TV, what's coming out of my mouth might not be taken the same way, or if like especially with women, if you wore the same dress for the same time and twice in a month, wow, the emails come in like
We're gonna eat you
ridiculous.
alive.
Whereas on radio, it's all verbal. It's all kind of just It's like human communication without having to doll yourself up in perfect lighting and having your hair like sprayed in this perfect spot. It can just be you talking to another human being. I think you can make a little bit more of a human connection on radio than on television. I'm not for everyone, but like yeah.
Kind of like podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what was so funny? I could always tell when an interview was coming in for the jocks by the way they dressed that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when Justin Bieber came in and I had to interview him, and I was like, all right, I'm going to wear my good hoodie today.
Sean's like, I ain't dressing up for nobody. But the Biebs rocks hoodies, so you were probably like right.
He does, yeah. I was trying to look. Hey there, hip kids. Look at I'm hip with the lingo, huh?
It was just so funny. I could always tell by the way the lady jocks dressed, like, oh, they got to take pictures today for something. With the exception of your morning show host on your station, she always looks fabulous.
Mercedes. Oh yeah. No, she's always like to the nines, looking fantastic when she walks in. I don't understand why. No one's giving her the memo. No one could see her, just like mailing it.
I know.
That's why I wore sandals in the radio back when I was allowed in the building. 10 months a year, it's and shorts and just even on TV now. I'm wearing gym shorts on TV now because people can't see me from the waist down.
Right?
I'm like Jeffrey Toobin.
I must say that one of my favorite things when I got to tune in and see you on the Morning Blend, I'd be like, look at those socks. What kind of socks are you wearing right now, Sean?
Yes. Right now I'm wearing no socks. I'm sockless. But yeah, I know.
Oh, you guys, he's gotten comfortable keeping it casual.
I changed where I do the TV show now too. I was doing it on the couch, but now I'm doing it at the bar. So, yeah.
That would be his home bar.
Yes, I have a little home bar, and I have my whole situation set up there. I haven't started drinking yet, but man, you know what? The way this year's been going, something tells me after the first week of November, I'll be drinking a lot.
Dude, I hear. Yeah. So, advice for people waking up early for non-morning people. Because you get up, you do your morning show on TV, then you go to the radio station, do your afternoon show. You're like killing it.
I hate waking up.
Are you an early bed guy? Do you get your sleep on? Are you like, I'm going to bed, nobody talk to me?
Lately I am, because I've realized like the way I was trying to be a night guy during this whole thing, and it sucks. Like I would much prefer stay up till 4 in the morning and wake up when my body says, okay, now's a good time. I can't do that anymore. So I'm getting to sleep at like 11 now. I wake up at 6 in the morning to do the show for Boston, because I do the Magic 106.7 in Boston.
Oh my God, so you have to get up earlier to do that one?
Yes, because I want it to be, I want to do it the day before because it's not as topical, because it's old stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to be a good boy, and it stinks. It's so bad. I want to do a morning show, but in the same breath, like I'm afraid if I get it, I'm gonna actually have to wake up early in the morning, and so I don't know if I really want. We'll see what happens if I ever get that, but
yeah, I get that, because I made myself a night person when I was furloughed, then lost my job, and now I have a day job again, and I have to be to work by 8, and
it's the worst.
No snacks or cocktails after 8.
No. No, what I started doing is I work out at night now, so then I shower and then I just go to bed real quick.
There we go. Yeah. Smart move. Yeah. I actually I don't work out ever. That's probably part of the reason I gained all the weight. I did buy a treadmill. I've had it in the house for a week. I haven't used it once yet, but I intend to.
We'll dust it off, dude. So, all right, Sean. So we love to play our Getting to Know You game, which is up for grabs on our Patreon if you guys are looking for a fun 80-question
game to play with your friends over Zoom and cocktails.
Yeah, rapid fire.
Yeah, so it's pretty much our foreplay to warm you up before our relationship Q&As. Okay, just a few here. All right.
Okay,
all right. What was your greatest Halloween costume? This is our Halloween episode, so.
My first Halloween costume ever. My mom thought that Halloween was the devil, and then eventually she'll let me go trick or treating. But we were poor, so I put on a black sweatshirt and I put a pillow underneath it, and I just called myself a fat guy.
You're like, this is how you do Halloween. Everybody's like, you've been doing it wrong.
I'm fat. and then about 24 years later, I became that fat guy. It's exciting.
Oh my God! I loved you. I got to say, one of my favorites was when I saw you in the hallway. You did Marty McFly from Back to the Future.
That's pretty much my every year thing now. I did that for October 21st, 2015, which is the day they went to the future. And I have all the stuff, so I'm like, all right, I'm just going to be Marty McFly in perpetuity now. So, I have everything. So it's the best thing I can do.
That's great. I'm being Carmen Sandiego this year.
Yes! Oh my God, yes! One of my favorite game shows of all time.
Well, you're going to have to figure out how to do Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego on Free For All.
Where in the world? That would be, I would love that. So my first CD ever was the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego soundtrack. I swear to God, it was the rockapella, the whole freaking. It was amazing. God, that show was so good.
Oh my God. Mine was a mixed. Mine was a mix. It was like a hits mix, and it had like Depeche Mode, and I remember it did have La Trim, Cars That Go Boom, and to this day, it's me and my sister's karaoke song. It was so random.
I have to say, I think my first CD I owned was Paula Abdul's "Forever Your Girl."
Oh my God.
Ah, nice.
So
Classic,
good.
That
classic.
tape did have
And then the
that
first CD I ever bought for myself was TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool.
tape. Go girl.
Also a good choice. Aged well.
I was buying tape singles, but okay. Next question: if you had to spend a year in prison, what would you finally have the chance to do?
Sleep.
Good answer.
Having 2 kids has been a little tough, so yeah, probably sleep
How-
and learn how to trade cigarettes for mac and cheese or something like that.
Yeah, right. I was like, yeah. What would be your negotiations? I feel like we'd all kind of be like trying to buddy up with people. You're gonna be like hooking up all the smokes.
What would you say your most useless talent is?
Oh my God. I can sound like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Okay, you have to do it now.
Oh, Hannah, it's family.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to like clip that and just give it to Vivian.
I know.
She'll be so happy.
You're welcome.
Can you give a Vivian you rock in that language?
Vivian, you rock. That's about it. Yeah.
All right, Sean, we're going to roll into some relationship stuff, but I do want to kick it off with something that's a little personal. But the way you and Marcia handled a situation like this, Marcia is his beautiful wife, you guys kind of poked fun at it and made a joke about it, but I think a lot of people go through this. I've gone through it. Bree's gone through it. We've talked about it, but there was miscarriage. And you have a really funny video that we'll link to people so they can actually see it, because I think it's really inspiring that you guys went on to have 2 sons. But can you share a little bit about what you guys went through?
Well, we had the expectation we were going to have a kid and life was going to be great. It's good. It's just going to be simple because that's the way everyone makes it out to be. When people have a miscarriage, no one really talks about it.
Nope.
And so that means it doesn't happen, right? So
We're trying to actually mainstream that conversation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Keeping it
That's why actually part of the reason why we decided to go about it the way we did. So it was before we were engaged or married. We were prepared to have the wedding, but I hadn't popped the question yet. Or was bound to. And we got pregnant, and she woke me up. She's like, Sean, and sticks this thing in front of my face. I'm like, oh my God. So right there in the bedroom, I get down on one knee, pop the question, the whole 9 yards. So she's trying on wedding dresses for that's going to be a little bit more loose along the stomach line because we're expecting she might be a few months pregnant by that point. And then something amiss happens, and we had already told some people, and so there's a lot of sadness and shame when it comes to that.
It is,
It is.
and it's such a shame that you feel this shame.
'Cause you shouldn't.
You're sad, but you have this shame, and it's a weird feeling that is really irrational. But please go ahead. Yeah.
Well, and it's not even me. It's like I'll admit it. I didn't feel shame. I literally was. It was just like it sucked because I knew for Marcia, like that is incredibly hurtful. Like it hurts her because she's the one that's carrying this. It's like, oh my goodness, am I broken? What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something every woman asks is like, I did something. I'm the reason why this isn't working.
Yeah, and that's not the case at all. So I tried to be stronger for the situation than she needed to be, and just kind of said, you know what, kid was probably going to be an asshole anyways. It's fine. That's what I said. I'm like, we'll keep at it, and it got to her to the point where we started doing IVF, and first round of IVF, no, it didn't take at all. Second round of IVF, it took, but then that fell apart too, and she was getting really, she was getting poked and prodded, and I just looked at her. I'm like, you know what, screw this. And the doctor's like, well, no, this is your best chance. I'm like, like Marcia, you get that app that lets you know when you're ready to go. Just let me know when that day comes, and we'll just go at it. Yeah. And that's what we did. Yeah. And we had our kid in 10 months from that IVF.
Wow. After 2 rounds of IVF, and you were just like, let's just hit that window. There's like those 2 little days. It's like 1 day a month. You wouldn't believe how small of a window it is.
People think it's so easy to get pregnant, but it's really, really hard when you're trying. Like you have to.
3 out of 10 end up in miscarriage. No one talks about it.
Yeah.
No one talks about that.
Nope.
So here we are, now able to come out of that and feeling great about it. But then you see, John Legend and
oh my
God, Chrissy Teigen, they just suffered a miscarriage, and terrible for them. And
so far along too. So
there was another one, Mariah Carey. She was kind of outed by Ellen to announce she was going to have a kid, and then she ended up having a miscarriage a week after she makes that announcement. And
that's the worst.
It happens all the time, and I think the in a rare occurrence, maybe there's something wrong there, but most of the time it's like, the synapses or whatever just didn't link up right, and go back to the drawing board, and you can't blame yourself. You just gotta, just don't be quiet about it though. People that are quiet, like people that are quiet about hair restoration. Oh my God, when I got my hair done, I got hair restoration done, and then people like I had so many guys like DM me like, dude, all right, you gotta tell me how that went because it looks great. Like how'd that work? I'm like, well, same thing with this. Like, don't be shy about it. Say what happened.
Exactly.
Let people know it's not a weird thing to have happen to you. And yeah, we're we got 2 great kids now, and
yes,
it was a difficult travel to get there, but now we're there.
I think just you being so vulnerable about it and able to laugh at it. When you guys put out that video about it was like strike 1, strike 2, and Marshall's like, the video is great, guys. Yeah. I think it's really inspiring for anybody who's kind of struggling. But just hearing that, I mean, thank you for sharing that because I think there's somebody listening I know that wanted to hear that right now.
Yeah.
So
it's easier to make that video once you know you're pregnant and it's going to work.
Yeah.
That's a tougher video to make unless you're out of the weeds and like this is actually going to take place. But we did, and I think that's something worth celebrating. Even if you don't have a miscarriage, it's worth celebrating. But if you do, like freaking spike the football, man. You earned it.
Oh yeah.
So now we're going to ask you some relationship questions. What is a non-sexual thing your wife does that is very sexy to you?
Oh my goodness. You know what? Honest to God, when she lays on the couch.
Really?
This sounds okay. So, Marsha, if you don't know her, her work ethic is like unbelievable. Mm-hmm. She's just constantly go and cranking and going nuts until she literally collapses and she's asleep. But when I come downstairs and she's just lounging on the couch, doesn't happen very often. When it does, I'm like, oh my God, that is such a nice sight to see. This is hot. I like that. That's good.
Because you're like, I'm going to hop down and get some quality time just sitting next to my wife watching TV
this
right
is good.
now.
Yeah.
Is that true?
She's relaxing. She's bringing in for landing. I like that. That's good. Yes, 100%.
Well,
That's
you
funny.
have an insane work ethic, too. So, I mean, like, good Lord, between the two of you.
But when I'm able to turn it off like a couple hours a day. Like, I will always find a way to turn it off. So when she's actually able to, like, turn it off for a moment, that's good.
I like to hear that. It's like,
I
just
do
relax,
too.
would you, woman? I bet Chris would probably say the same. You don't ever catch me lounging on the couch, ever.
No, I don't catch you lounging on the couch ever. I come over and she's like, do you need anything? Do you want this? Do you want that? I'm like, chill. Let's just talk for a second.
I know. I'm like,
stop pounding the Red Bulls. Relax.
This is just pure mom adrenaline, too. But, okay. What's something that drove you crazy when you first moved in together?
Oh, man. God, this is going to get me in so much trouble. God. I think the first one was I saw that the toilet paper was put in, but it was not over; it was under, and that was like the first. That was the first one. And like, I am not going to pretend that I am the perfect man. I have freaking socks that are everywhere. I'm a mess, But like that one bugged me, and I think the recurring one is just the how the dishwasher's like loaded. I'm not an OCD guy, but for whatever reason. That one bothers me a lot, and I don't know why. I don't even care. But
because
like I do,
you want the dishes to be clean, and if you don't put them in the right way, they don't get cleaned properly.
Yeah, you're cleaning the back of the plate.
So MJ and I mean, obviously, we're just, we're business partners, but we're still partners in life with this business we have. We have this ongoing battle of, because I believe you wash the dishes, and then you put them in the dishwasher to sanitize them.
Get down for all that!
Yeah.
And she says no, and it has been our ongoing fight.
I think there's if you get it in there right away, if you can rinse it off, awesome. But if it's got a hardened, coagulated cheese on the crevices of the plate, you need to go in there with a little Brillo pad or something, knock that stuff off, then you put it in to take care of the lactic acid that's still there.
Dude,
so Sean believes both of us.
Isn't this so funny?
There's a middle ground.
You wouldn't believe we had couples. I think it was Echo and Megan. They had the Echo. You know who Echo is, local rap hip hop star.
Oh, yeah.
So they were on, and they were talking about the dishwasher issues. He's like, she's got a lot of kitchen rules. But my thing is, Chris he loves to just drop his pants right next to the bed and leave them on the floor, and then he puts his shorts on. And then in the morning when I wake up, his work pants are gone, but his shorts are on the floor right there. I'm like, God damn it!
But Chris and I, we are probably work smarter, not harder people. Like, why? Why do anything different? If I'm gonna put on those same pants, why move them from there? It's just boom, they're right there. It's good to go.
Because they're in the way.
No, in the way of who? You're not getting out of that side of the bed. It's fine.
It's killing but it's the side of the bed when you walk into the room because he has to be the first one to attack the burglars.
That's funny. I have the
Bree's
same
rule.
spot. That's too.
That is no. That's my dad taught me when I was very young The man always walks closest to the street.
Yeah.
And he always sleeps closest to the door. And
Your dad's dealt with the mob from time to time. My dad will not. He will always, when at a restaurant, he'll always be facing the door, and he'll always have his back to like a wall.
So
so no one can come up behind and shank him.
that's funny.
Oh, I got that. No, that's smart. That's smart. Good man.
Okay.
All right, guys, time for our monthly Keeping It Casual swag giveaway.
Special thanks to Like a Kitten for being our sponsor this month and all the months recently.
That's right. They're going to be hooking up their special Zodiac box this month. So we do this the last Wednesday of every month. Once you enter, you're always entered. Tell them how they get in on it.
You go to Apple Podcasts, find the Keeping It Casual podcast, and leave us a 5-star rating and review.
Yeah, you got a review too. The ratings are great, but we need the review too. So this month's winner will be getting their very own birthday box. So whatever sign you are, we got something cool coming your way.
All right, let's do a drum roll, please. From Mari_Pitts, Pitz. Love you girls! ! 5 stars. The fact that you guys are local and interact with your listeners is amazing. I feel like I am talking amongst a group of friends in a time when you can't get together with your friends. 3 exclamations. Thank you so much.
We love it.
We love it. Send us an email, feedback@keepingitcasualpodcast.com. Give us your address and we will
give us your sign.
Give us your sign and we will get you your Zodiac box.
That's right. And if you want to go get excited and see what Like a Kitten has to offer, because they will be hooking up something special again next month, go to likeakitten.com. And if you see something you want, drop the code KEEPERS20 for 20% off.
Now back to the episode.
Okay, so being in a long-term relationship, what is something you personally, Mr. Tempesta, do to ignite the fire when things are feeling a bit cooler in your relationship?
God, I'm still trying to figure that out because honestly, like I'm so freaking tired at the end of the day that it's just like, and we're both so exhausted that we're just like, adding kids to the whole thing here has been kind of been an added complication because we were busy beforehand. So now it's like, still trying to figure that out. If you find an answer for that, let me know.
Mine are 5 and 2. I'm just a little bit ahead of you. Sean and I were on this baby journey together. I have just accepted certain things, and I don't try to put the pressure on that the sex. Is the sex still going to happen like it used to? No, it will not. And if I look at a week and I'm like, where did the sex go? It's like, well, there was no time on this day. So I kind of accept when I look at it and I'm like, you know what? That's okay. We did our best. There was just not time this week. This week, I will make time. So I kind of look at it like that.
You just find that time, that second where you can have that quickie.
Shower quickies. That's also a good one. Shower quickie.
Or, yeah, that could also kill you. I mean, really, especially now that I'm a little more portly again, my balancing ability is not very high, and I got one of those little, like, fiberglass, like, shower situations where you just know this will crack under weight. So I haven't challenged that just yet. Now, in a hotel, when they're, like, nice and they're tiled up, that's nice. Yeah.
Oh, my God. When can we get the hotels? Okay, one more little relationship one. We're going to play some games, okay? Okay, so is it best to go to bed mad or sleep on it? You know, some people say don't go to bed angry.
I think it's best to sleep on it.
I'm of the belief that you don't go to bed angry. However, I'm of the belief that if something's bothering you and you are unable to express the way you're feeling in a constructive way, you need to, at least I do, I dip out of the conversation for a bit and kind of let myself cool down so then I can address it in a manner that won't piss off everybody. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm totally the same. Like, I've had situations where I've been so mad. Like, even recently, I was just like, this is never going to work because of blah, 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 because this guy did this and, his friend did that and he said that, and then I sat on it for a few days and I learned how to speak my mind like a rational human being instead of the irrational mind I was in, and things ended up being fine, but... God, I can be the worst sometimes.
No, quite no. You shouldn't go to bed angry unless you're going to make people angry by talking just then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's a smart move.
I do want to say, I was just thinking about going back to when we were talking about like igniting the fire when you're in these long-term relationships. We've had a couple advice emails and people were writing about things, and we started throwing out the question of when, it's hard to be playful and have that sex time when you have the kids because they are just up your butt constantly, and it's just you almost need that wind down time. It's kind of good to bring a little bit of flirting back because that is a great little slow burner to get some heat going when you do find that time for a quickie. You've been twisting the niplets for a few weeks. You just kind of jump right in and get some.
Niplets.
I was watching The Cable Guy recently.
Wow, nice. I haven't seen that in so long.
No, Me, Myself, and Irene. That was what it was.
Yeah, there we go.
There's this terrible book, and it's called Kissing the Coronavirus. It's a romance novel about a doctor who falls in love with the coronavirus sample.
No.
It's 16 whole pages long, but it has great descriptions like tic-tac nipples.
It's horrifying.
It's horrifying. It's terrible. It is the weirdest thing ever.
I have actually, so I had a guy complain about me at the TV station. I have a rule, by the way, for every, if you get 2 complaints, you screwed up. If you only get 1, the person's an idiot. And this person complained about me. And then I did a little research on the person, and he had actually written a book about sex, and it's on Amazon.
Oh.
And the name of the book, and this guy claims he's a PhD. Claims he has a PhD. Let me find this book. Hold on a second. Just search that. Cool. Here it is. The Ultimate Sex Manual for Men. Another guide for men for pleasing a women.
A women.
A women.
A women.
So I bought it. I bought it on paperback.
Yes, I'm so happy you bought it.
And so you open it, and like all it is, it's a book, right? This is a hard book, like pages in your hand, with links in it.
No.
Yes. It's amazing. It's a great read. I got to be honest.
I was like, I am roasting this.
Can you send us so we can put that in the show notes?
It is fantastic. Yeah, I certainly will.
I'll mail you the link. I will send it in the mail, the post office, a link.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
/W lowercase c 13.
It's like / quit hating on Sean. He's fabulous.
Well, the coronavirus book, when I read about the author, it said she lived with 19 ferrets, and I was like, it sounds like she lives with 19. It's written like somebody who lives with 19 ferrets.
Of course she does, yes.
It made so much sense.
What does that house smell like? One ferret smells like death. What does 19 smell
Ew,
like?
I had a hamster before. Chris was like, we should get the kids a hamster. I was like, never. Never again.
The dog's enough.
Good God, no.
Ferrets are really like a long hamster, if you think about it.
They are. They're stinky. They'll bite you. You don't even.
Terrible.
All right.
You ready to roll into some rapid fires?
Okay, ready. Here we go. I'm ready. Hit me.
So this is actually a relationship rapid fire before 2020 and after 2020. Pivoting relationship goals.
So dinner date before 2020, dinner date after 2020.
So like what it used to be and what it will be?
Yes.
What it used to be and how you do a dinner date now.
What it used to be, what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. What used to be what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
What it used to be before kids was we would go to lovely restaurants, go to the strip, try things out. What it used to be after kids was I just grab stuff on the way home. What it is now is I grab stuff on the way home and she makes a salmon because I'm just eating my feelings lately. So yeah, that's what it is now. Yeah,
I love he threw in an extra one. He's like, and then there's after kids.
There's before kids and after kids.
Before kids,
two
after
before
kids,
2020s.
and COVID.
COVID kids.
Okay, my dinner dates are just like, let's watch a show on YouTube on how to cook something, and I'm attempting, but I'm still fucking up everything. Terrible cook.
Do you do Blue Apron by any chance?
No.
You need to do Blue Apron.
You
Try
should
it
do
out.
Blue Apron.
It's so freaking
Or Hello
good.
Fresh.
All right.
It's so easy. It's so
do it.
easy.
I'm gonna do
it's
it.
Awesome.
I like
Do it.
that. Okay.
It's,
all right.
it's a good date thing. He can reach around. You guys can make some bread or biscuits together.
Oh, I love it.
Ooh.
You're gonna help me squish the dough. Just kind of wrap your arms around. It has to be done this way.
And then you can start flirting with each other while you're squishing the dough.
I love it. It's like a ghost moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'll be like Ghost, but
Exactly.
not really.
Your dough is so squishy.
Pillsbury. Okay. Movie date before 2020, before kids, and after 2020.
For kids, we used to go. And then, now we don't. Yeah. So I took all my Blu-rays. I have them all on like a little server at the house now. So we actually sometimes watch a movie, but it's very rare.
And if you do, it's like a child's movie. You're like,
I gotta be honest. Like I love movie theaters, and I hope they can get to survive. But I like the fact now that you can actually see some of these movies direct online, pay for it, boom,
Yeah.
right then. Because I can't go to a theater with a 2 and a 4-year-old if it's Bad Boys for Life.
I still
You know,
can't.
I can't go.
Yeah, I still can't. It's like 2 and 5-year-old. I took Vivi to see like I think Aladdin and maybe Frozen 2, but she was like 5, and we got up to refill our slushies like 6 times. Like it was not She could not sit still.
Our movie date is like watching an episode of Schitt's Creek before she falls asleep.
Fantastic.
We can't get through an entire movie right
You,
now. It's
David.
impossible. Yeah.
Ew, David.
Oh my God.
All right, so concert dates: before kids, after kids, before 2020, after 2020.
Okay, so before kids, before 2020, we would go out for New Year's Eve to the Cosmopolitan with our little, for our little stand-up little cocktail table, and there's Stevie Wonder on the stage, and his entourage starts coming up, and then shares our cocktail table, and it's Mike Tyson and his girl with his entourage with us at the same cocktail table. Insane. After 2020, I don't go. There's nothing going on right now, obviously.
Well, yeah.
To see.
Have you got sucked into any
Online streams?
Yes, although I was a big fan of him before COVID, but now he's going through the roof. Mark Rebelay. Mark Rebelay on YouTube is like freaking hilarious / unbelievably talented performer. He actually has been performing this year. He's been doing drive-in movie theaters and performing there. Erykah Badu joined him on stage for one. This kid is a riot. So Mark Rebelay, fantastic.
We'll definitely check him in. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Like movies now, the drive-in movies is kind of the thing to do.
Love
Bree just
going
went
to the drive-in now.
Yep.
I'm sure with children you still can't go to the drive-in though.
No, I mean, if they're screaming, at least they're screaming in the car. Like, you can
That's
just put up
true.
the windows. It's
That's
fine.
true.
we have a big projector that we put outside, and we'll come outside and watch movies. But what I'd like to do recently, I was just doing is I put on like these classic rock like performances and stuff. I was just watching Heart do their Led Zeppelin tribute, and they did Stairway to Heaven. Heart doing Stairway to Heaven made like Robert Plant and Jimmy Page cry. It was so beautiful.
Wow.
But we'll set it up on the projector out here, and I'll play some YouTube videos, and it kind of feels like we're having a little music action.
Little concert. That's
Projector's
awesome.
the best play, man. I'm telling you. If you don't have one, it's so good.
I was going to say, you know what we're doing with the projector this year is because it's Halloween, so we're actually going to take the projector out front and we're going to be shooting a scary movie on the garage. And that way people are roaming through the neighborhood and stuff. We're just going to provide some Halloween energy.
Yes.
Are you going to give candy out with a bowl by hand?
I'm going to have a bowl and I'll have on gloves and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do too, because I've been seeing on Nextdoor that people are still taking their kids trick-or-treating, and I bought 5 pumpkins to decorate, so I'm...
Wow.
Oh, I'm serious about
What are you thinking
pumpkins.
about doing? What are your thoughts?
We're gonna have a table out front, and part of me wants to like just get a long PVC pipe and just like shoot down like Reese's Pieces from the second floor. I
That's
think it'll be
funny.
sick.
Just like cannon them down.
Put your bag in the chute. Thunk, whoosh.
Can we get the T-shirt cannon from the station and just...
Yes. Pummel a kid in the head with some Smarties. That'd be great.
That's actually a good idea. So just kind of like funnel them. Just like, go along. We're throwing candy here.
All right, we've got one more rapid fire, and it is music rapid fire. Since we all come from the radio world, you're still working in the radio world. MJ and I are radio rejects now.
That's right.
Sorry. I'll join you one day, I'm sure.
We're podcast queenies over here.
Yeah, we're
okay?
podcast queens. We're radio rejects, but podcast queens. There we go. So,
Sean, what is your go-to karaoke song?
I know the answer to this.
I guess I have 2.
Okay.
If I'm in a group, it's tequila because you only have to say the word tequila 3 times.
I love it.
And otherwise, it's Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep.
You do Bohemian Rap like the Foley.
He does.
Bohemian-
I've seen it.
And actually, were you there at the Crab Corner or wherever it was?
The Cat's Meow. Yes, I was there that night.
Cat's Meow. Oh, okay,
You were
okay. So
buying
that
me
was-
drinks all night.
That was not my best. That was not my best performance. I had better performances. My voice was so shot from Bite of Las Vegas, I couldn't do anything. And I'm not saying I sound like Freddie Mercury, but I can do it better justice than that. I'm very theatrical. You need to be theatrical with that song.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
I make
do.
Up,
I
make up for it.
I was
So-
quite drunk,
That's fun.
so in my head you were great. So
Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh my God, I love the that's like too intimidating for me. I'm like, pass. I have the perfect karaoke song because we're having a little gathering tonight with a few close friends because it's Bree's birthday week.
Yes.
It's Bree's birthday week month. It's her birthday
Happy
year.
birthday, Bree.
Thank you. I'm 33.
No one likes you when you're 33.
Oh.
No, so yes, my theme is nobody likes you when you're 33, an homage to Blink-182. I took a picture of myself as the nurse from the Enema of the State.
Yes, I saw that. That was
awesome?
very suggestive. I liked it very much.
So good.
And you're turning the old Larry Bird. Congratulations. He's a legend.
Yep. Oh, I
Yes,
like that.
I like that. I'm turning Larry Bird right
So
now.
I know the most thing that makes in her happy place is to have karaoke. So
Yes.
I made karaoke happen here, and I've
Yes.
got the perfect song to bring her.
Ooh.
And you know this one, Sean. I'm a little bit Alexis.
yes.
I've got the whole dance routine and everything. So
She texted it to me, and I was like, "You have to do the dance too."
I'm a
That's
Lamborghini.
amazing.
Yeah, it's going down.
Yes.
There might be video. We'll see.
All right, so Sean, they are making a movie about your life. What's your intro song?
God. I know what the name of it is. It's Oh Shit is the name of my movie. But it's me driving north up to Maine to see my wife. It was back when I was 18, before obviously we were even dating or anything like that. I just wanted to see her. Northern Maine. Halfway through the trip, I thought I had gas. I ripped one and I shit my pants. So I then had light white shorts on, and it looked like a Hershey bar melted in my shorts. I got to a rest area and I cleaned it off, but it's still like the stain is still there. So then I'm trying to find like a Walmart that's open. There was a sign. I got off and that Walmart hadn't been built yet. I go back on the road and then my car broke down. So then she had to pick me up with crappy pants. That would be how my movie starts. Yeah.
We could have Vivian and Logan write a song called Poopy Pants for him. Since they
Pooty Pants.
Pooty Pants.
They're making a song called Pooty Pants.
There's actually, you know what? There's a song called Poop in the Urinal, too. That's a great one.
There's one called I Can Pee and Poop in the Potty. It's good for potty training. Maybe that one, too.
Poop in the, hold on, let me get the lyrics. Hold on. It's poop in the urinal, poop in the urinal, poop in the urinal. Pooping in the urinal's not that easy. He must have really good aim. He must have really good aim. It's a great song. It'll change your life.
Bree, this is what happens, Bree. When you become a parent, you say poop more times than you'd like to.
I was
going to
say,
then you become very comfortable with it and throw it out at all inappropriate times.
Our keepers have never heard this much about bowel movements on this show.
She still can't even say poop because she's not a parent yet. That used to be like a trigger word for me. I was like, ew, I don't say words.
I don't
like
talk about it.
We don't talk about it.
All right.
Yeah. Last concert you saw live. I don't.
Oh God.
I need to think too.
Would it have been
Feels
Not
like
So
17
Silent?
years ago.
Would it have been Not So Silent Night last year?
Could very well have been Not So Silent Night last year. It could have been it. Yeah.
So that would have been Goo Goo Dolls. Was it Goo Goo Dolls?
I guess
yeah,
so.
it was Goo Goo Dolls. Yeah.
Johnny Resnick.
Yeah, I was there. I was in the box. We talked. We hung out.
Yeah, no, I know that.
that
I'm trying to think if there's anything else between then. I don't think so. Yeah, I think that was it.
My
That
last
sucks.
concert was the Black Keys.
Really?
Oh.
Yes, before COVID. I remember you were going to come with me, but you had hurt your back right at the beginning of the year.
Boring.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Are you guys intending to go hard like once this whole thing's done? Because
Yes.
I'm like ready to. There's certain things I want to see in shows. I want to see. I want to see Wolfpack live.
Yes.
I want to
I'm
see
gonna-
Mark Rebelay live.
I'm
Rage Against the Machine was supposed to have a
Yes.
reunion this year. Are you
Yes.
kidding?
Wow, we needed them so bad this year too. God.
Yes.
Damn
yes.
it.
All right, I've got one more music.
You know what else needs to come to us? Sean's song title. We name every guest episode a song title, and it can't be pooped in the urinal.
It's going to be Bohemian Rhapsody with Shawn Tempesta.
Bohemian Crapsody.
Oh, dear.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Trademark.
I've got one more for all of us to answer, and it's something that I saw, a meme I saw last night. Describe yourself in 3 musical artists.
Oh.
Oh God.
I'll go first.
All right, she's been thinking of this.
Kurt Cobain, Tupac, and Stevie Nicks.
Oh, geez.
If there ever was a way to describe me and my musical taste, that is the 3 hitters right there.
All right, I'm going. I'm coming in hot, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay, Courtney Love,
Okay.
Cypress Hill,
Yes.
and Ad Rock.
And so that means
this
we're
is a tough one.
married.
Of course.
Yes.
I would say Weird Al Yankovic.
I love it.
I'm not prepared for this one. I'm trying to think now.
know.
Hold on.
Take
Okay,
your
so
time.
Weird Al, because I'm just an odd person. Give me Rod Stewart.
I could
'cause I'm a
see
little-
some Rod
I could be
Stewart.
a little flamboyant from time
If
to
you
time.
think I'm sexy, that's the name of this.
you want my body.
That's the name of it. That's the name of this episode.
Sexy. I was already thinking that.
God, what would the last big God?
So we've got Weird Al.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of weird. We got a little bit of rock and roll, and a little bit of I feel like funky. I feel like a
Yeah.
little bit of
Chris
funk.
Kirkpatrick from NSYNC.
All right.
Not the funky I
I was
talking
thinking
about.
George Clinton, but Chris
listen.
Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, because here's the thing. He obviously didn't care what he looked like. He just went by his own drum, and you know what? That's how I am too. And he let himself go in later years, and so did I. So it's all good.
Quick question. Not Jeff Timmons, who happened to be Marsha's. What is that? What's that person
So yeah,
called?
it's the hall pass. So
Hall pass,
really,
yeah.
I have to Marsha's credit, she did not say I am allowed to cheat with Jeff Timmons if I no. What it was I've got my list already. I got the 5, like especially the 3. I definitely got Olivia Munn, Jennifer Lawrence, and Mandy Moore, and I demanded answers from her. So. and she threw out there Jeff Timmons. Just turns out that Jeff Timmons lives in the city.
Yes, he does.
And one time he was at Petapalooza, one of our shows, and Marsha was there, but she wasn't at the booth. But he's there, and I'm telling him this. I'm like, I call her and she's not answering the phone. I'm like, of course she's not. So I give him the phone, and he's like, hey, Marsha, it's Jeff Timmons. Hey, listen, I'm here. My wife's not here right now. If you want to come on over, it's like. So that was on our voicemail. So I eventually got them to meet. So I think it's a little bit weird that she actually has a shot. I have no shot. She is within the realm of possibility. It's like within a few miles of one another. So yeah,
of course,
he's in a very happy and committed relationship. But still, I mean, it's more able for her.
And Marsha's like, I'm not even going to act on this. Where you're like, you better believe it's happening. So honest
to God, here's the deal. If it happened, I'd be like, I couldn't even be mad at her. I couldn't. I'd be like,
You'd be impressed.
What? Good for you. You just got to do the third most popular member of 98 Degrees.
Dude, I love
See, Jeff Timmons was my favorite. I don't actually have
Was he second or third?
Oh, God. It was
Nick Lachey.
It was Nick Lachey, Jeff Timmons, Drew Lachey, and then the other Jeff.
My sister left Jeff Timmons. She's a huge 98 Degrees fan, so he is definitely second to Lachey.
Yeah,
and then
it's
the
second to
other two can
Lachey.
fight it
Drew,
off.
Yeah, Drew maybe third.
Justin was the
other guy, not a chance.
Yeah. I think he's like a congressman or something now.
Is he really?
Yes.
Wow.
He went into
must
politics.
Be disappointing everyone. Yeah.
All right, Sean, can you go ahead and give us your social medias and your free-for-all social medias?
Just the best place where everybody can find you for all the things.
All the things, all the Sean that they
At
need.
SHAWN Tempesta, SHAWNTEMPESTA. And then free for all's free #4 all show across the board.
Cool.
Perfect.
And you have ShawnTempesta.com, right?
I have that, yeah. And I have freeforall.show. And I have fatguyinalittlecoat.com as well.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
That's amazing.
Goes to my page, yeah.
I love
Perfect.
that.
Thank you so much for coming on with us, Sean. This was honestly one of my favorite interviews.
This has been an honor, honest to God. I'm so proud of you guys. You've been doing this for so long, and I'm very
thank
happy that we were able to line up a time to be able to do this. I love you, and happy birthday, Bree. You're amazing.
Thank you. You're amazing, too.
We love you so much, Sean. Our love to Marsha and the boys, okay?
Yes.
Take it easy.
Want to be featured on the show? Email us feedback@keepingitcasualpodcast.com.
Want to win cool stuff? Just rate and review us on Apple Podcasts to get into our monthly giveaways.
Last Wednesday of every month. And for more specialty podcasts and bonus content, join us on patreon.com/keepingitcasualpodcast.
Show you're a keeper on Facebook. You can like the page and join our group.
Tweet at us at KICPod or Instagram at keepingitcasualpodcast.
You can find me anywhere at MJ Radio Diva.
And I'm everywhere at Breemixed, BREEMIXED.
And for your one-stop shop, keepingitcasualpodcast.com. Bye.